All right, guys, got a little different video today. Y'all let me give you a little backstory on this video. When I was a kid, I used to come to this park, and this was 40 plus years ago. And originally there was just a couple of ball fields right here, and then they built a lake. And my mom would work on Fridays, and she would bring me and my brother to the park. And we would bring a fishing pole, a box of worms or crickets, and then we would bring a baseball bat and glove apiece and a bucket of balls. And she would work, she was a beautician, so she would work most of the day. And she would drop us off at this park in this little small town up here in Fayette, Alabama. And we would stay at the park all day. And we might have a honey bun or maybe a pack of Viennies and a extra Gatorade or Pepsi or something. But we would stay at this park all day, and those fields right there were there 40 years ago. And we would go fish for a while, and then we would go hit baseballs for a while. And we'd play home run derby and, you know, see who could strike the other one out. And we would literally play all day long on that field right there. And then we would come over here to this, I say it's a pond, it's a small lake. But we'd walk over here to this lake and we'd fish a while. We'd get tired of fishing, we'd walk back over there and play ball. We did that all day long, just about every Friday when I was 10, 11, 12, 13 years old. So today, we're coming out here 40 plus years later. We're gonna go back to the same spot we caught fish 40 years ago and see if we can catch a fish. It's 34 degrees. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's in February, so it's a little bit chilly. Used to it wouldn't be near this cold. We'd be out in the summer after we got out of school. But y'all see that little gazebo right over there? We're gonna go sit beside that because that's where we used to catch some huge shell cracker. And they tell me that there's some crappie in here now. So we're gonna go over there and check it out. If we get on some fish, we'll come back and video those, and hope y'all enjoy the video. All right, guys, we're out here at the gazebo. We threw a few jigs. We haven't done really any good, so we're gonna go back to the old school, what we used 40 years ago. We're gonna rig it a little bit different. We're gonna put a bobber stopper on. We used to fish with these clear corks right here, and you have to tie on here and tie a leader on here, and it's so aggravating to change your depth. So we're going to try something today. We're going to put that bobber stopper up there on our line, and then we're going to put our line through. We're going to put our line through the other end of the cork. It's just a clear plastic cork, and for some reason that's what we used to use all the time. So we're going to run that through there, and we're going to put another bobber stopper on this end and pull it up next to the cork. Now when we get ready to change depths, we should be able to just take and pull our line through and change our depth. So we got a bobber stopper on each end, and now we're going to put on a Duckworth squirrel tail jig. And this little jig is it's a tiny little joker. I think it's maybe a 24th ounce. It's a little bitty dude. Little bitty. It's got squirrel tail for the hair, a little 32 ounce head with so we're going to tie that on and put a crappie nibble on it and see if that'll get these things to bite. See what happens. So y'all stick with us. And I may put this at the end of the video so y'all can see what we're doing. But anyway, we're going to tie that thing on. I got to get my glasses on. All right, guys, we got it rigged up. Throw out there. We're just going to throw out there and have a little steady, slow retrieve. And hopefully we'll get us a bite. Now, this morning I had a baseball game to go to about 10 o'clock. And it's about an hour to any body of water that I normally fish. So I just got to thinking, since I'm coming to Fayette, I'm going to go up there and fish the same spot I fished 40 plus years ago and just see if we might can pick off one. We ain't going to keep anything. We just want to see if we can catch them. And kind of do the same thing we did 40 years ago. And now, back then, we were fishing over in May after we got out of school, so we're in February, so I don't know how much success we'll have, but there used to be an old stump out there. I think it was actually a tree that used to stand out there that we used to throw by, but it's long since fell. But I just thought it'd be interesting to come out and just see if there was anything still out here where we fished 40 years ago. See if the fish are in the same spot. We may have to come back in May and do it again and see if they're here in May like they used to be. But we'll see. There he is. Right here.
The love we had,
little bass.
Can never be changed.
How about that? Now we're right beside the gazebo.
And the
so
memories we've had will never fade away.
40 years later.
And the life we shared is more precious than gold.
There's some grass around this thing. I don't think it used to be here. We got a little crappie maybe. Not our babies.
The smile on your face tells me all that I need, and the look in your eyes tells me it's time to leave. So I'll hold on forever and ever, hope it never ends. Now the years pass by like a flash of lightning, but seems like the memories were more than a lifetime. As we walked hand in hand on the journey God provided, the smile on your face tells me all that I need, and the look in your eyes tells me it's time to leave. So I'll hold on forever and ever, hope it never
big body of water to go to.
Now the years pass by like a flash of lightning, but seems like the memories were more than a lifetime. As we walked hand in hand on the journey God provided, the smile on your face it's time to leave. So I'll hold on forever and ever. Hope it never ends.
I really just wanted to wet a hook before I went to the baseball game, and we've had a lot of rain lately, so all the little creeks around are kind of high, so this was the only other option to go wet a line before I went to the baseball game. We'll throw again. Well, guys, we have walked all the way around the lake here. And I think it's just a little bit too early. I don't know if these fish are kind of hanging out there in the middle where it's a little bit deeper since it's so cold. But let me give you one more little tip on how to fish a lightweight jig under a cork. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna throw this one out and just let it set. And maybe something hit it. But I've got this jig right here. Again, it's a little 36 ounce jig, and I use these weighted corks. They got a little weight right there on the end, and you just mash them down and put your line under that little hook right there. You got one on each end, and you can slide it up and down the deal that way. So if you wanted to go real shallow, you just kind of push down on it, and you could bring it all the way up to, a foot deep there. Since we threw it, got us a shallow, let's throw over here and see if we might catch one with it real shallow. This is a real little area where all the water comes into the lake, and it's really silted in over the years and real shallow. So one last cast. Maybe we'll catch one on the last cast. We got to go. The ball game's fixing to start. We got to get to the ball game. Appreciate you guys hanging out there with me this morning, listening to my story. I wish we could have caught some fish. We only got the one little bass, but nevertheless, Saturday morning's not wasted when you're out by the water, listening to the ducks and the birds and all the good things of nature. But we have got to go. We got to get to the ball game, and hopefully little Trace man can get him a hit today. Little junior high action today. You just can't leave without catching one more, can you? I mean, you just want to fish one more throw every time. Just one more throw. Come on, fish. Help me out. Make my video worth it. Come on, fish. I'm trying to talk him into it, y'all. Trying to talk him into it. Come on, fish. Even if it's a bass, that's okay. We'll take a bass. We'll take a bass or a bluegill or a... Man. One more throw, y'all. One more throw. We got to go after this. This is the last throw. This is the last throw. The last throw. I'm going to pop it a little bit. Maybe get something's attention. Come run over and get it. Come on. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. Hit it, fish. Come on. Hit it. Just one fish. Just one more fish. We gotta go to the ball game. Come on. Don't that sound like a 12-year-old? Mom, just one more cast. Just one more cast. Hey, it's not gonna happen. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me. If you get a chance, go outdoors. If you're ever in Fayette, Alabama, you got the park up here. It's got an awesome disc golf course that they're putting in. Kiwanis Club of Fayette's putting that in, and it may be one of the best in Alabama. So if you play disc golf, come on over. If you want to walk around the lake, just enjoy nature, come on over. And maybe this summer, if you want to come over, you might catch fish. Just not a lot of them out today. Thanks again for watching Umber Outdoors. Y'all hit that like and subscribe button. That helps my channel out. Let's go to the ball game. See y'all.